This is my very first video on YouTube, and if you're watching this right now, I just want to say I truly appreciate your time. This channel is going to be about understanding the mind, unlocking hidden potential, and discovering truths that most people never stop to think about. So if you ever felt like there's more to life, more to your thinking, more to your potential, then you're in the right place. Because what you're about to hear might change the way you see your own mind forever. What if I told you that right now, as you sit here listening, your mind is quietly shaping your life in ways you don't even notice? Not in obvious ways, not in loud or dramatic ways, but in subtle, almost invisible patterns that guide your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your reality. Most people believe they are fully in control of their decisions. They believe that they think logically, act consciously, and choose their path with awareness. But beneath that surface lies something much deeper, something far more powerful, and something that operates whether you are aware of it or not. Your mind is not just a thinking machine. It is a pattern, building system. It learns, adapts, and stores information constantly. Every experience you've ever had, every word you've ever heard, every emotion you've ever felt has left an imprint somewhere inside your mind. And over time, these imprints begin to form patterns. These patterns become habits. These habits become behaviors. And these behaviors become your life. But here's the part most people never realize. Many of these patterns were not created by you consciously. They were formed when you were too young to question them, too inexperienced to filter them, and too unaware to challenge them. As a child, your brain was like a sponge. It absorbed everything: beliefs from your parents, attitudes from your environment, fears from your experiences. If you were told something repeatedly, your mind accepted it as truth. If you experienced failure early on, your mind may have created a belief that you are not capable. If you felt rejected, your mind may have built a fear of not being enough. If you were praised for certain behaviors, your mind reinforced them. And all of this happened automatically. No conscious decision, no awareness, just programming. Over time, this programming moved deeper into your subconscious mind, the part of your mind that operates silently in the background. And once something enters your subconscious, it begins to control you, not in a forceful way, but in a guiding way. It influences what you notice, how you interpret situations, how you react emotionally, and what actions you take. This is why you sometimes find yourself repeating the same patterns again and again. You try to change, you try to do something different, but somehow you fall back into old habits. It's not because you lack discipline. It's not because you lack motivation. It's because your mind is following a script that was written long ago. But here's the powerful truth. That script can be rewritten. Your mind is not fixed. It is not permanent. It is constantly changing, constantly adapting, constantly evolving based on what you feed into it. Every thought you think sends a signal. Every action you take strengthens a pathway. Every repetition builds a pattern. This means that change is not only possible, it is inevitable if you apply the right input consistently. Think about how habits are formed. At first, something feels uncomfortable. It requires effort. You have to remind yourself to do it. You have to push yourself. But the more you repeat it, the easier it becomes. Eventually, it becomes automatic. You no longer think about it, you just do it. This is the power of your mind. It takes repeated actions and turns them into effortless behaviors. Now imagine using this power intentionally. Instead of letting random experiences shape your habits, you deliberately choose what to repeat. You choose what to think. You choose what to focus on. You choose how to respond. And over time, your mind begins to align with those choices. Your mind is constantly communicating with you, even when you are not paying attention. It sends signals through thoughts, through emotions, through subtle urges that guide your behavior in ways that feel natural, almost automatic. But what feels natural is often just familiar. and what is familiar is usually something that has been repeated many times before. This is why stepping outside your comfort zone feels uncomfortable. Your mind is designed to keep you safe, not necessarily to help you grow. It prefers certainty over uncertainty, familiar patterns over unknown possibilities, even if those familiar patterns are limiting, even if they keep you stuck, because from your mind's perspective, familiar means safe, and safe means survival. But growth does not happen in the familiar. Growth happens when you challenge those patterns, when you do something different, when you think in a new way, when you act despite discomfort. At first, your mind resists, it creates doubt, it creates fear, it tries to pull you back into old habits. But if you persist, something begins to shift. That resistance weakens, that discomfort fades, and what once felt difficult becomes easier. This is how transformation happens, not in a single moment, but through repeated actions that slowly rewire your mind. Your brain is always adapting, always adjusting based on what you do consistently. If you constantly expose yourself to distractions, your mind becomes easily distracted. If you constantly seek instant gratification, your mind becomes impatient. But if you train yourself to focus, to stay present, to delay gratification, your mind adapts to that as well. It becomes stronger, sharper, more controlled, and this ability to focus is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Because in a world full of noise, distractions, and constant stimulation, the ability to direct your attention is a superpower. Where your attention goes, your energy follows, and where your energy goes, results begin to form. If your attention is scattered, your results will be scattered. If your attention is focused, your results will become clearer. This is why mastering your attention, because your attention determines what you experience, but by how you interpret what happens. Two people can go through the same situation and walk away with completely different lessons. One feels defeated, the other feels motivated. One gives up, the other pushes forward. The difference is not the situation. The difference is the meaning they assign to it. And that meaning is created in the mind. Your mind is not just reacting to reality. It is actively shaping your experience of reality. And this gives you more control than you might think. Because while you may not always control what happens around you, you can learn to control how you respond to it. And that response is what defines your direction. Most people live on autopilot, repeating the same patterns, thinking the same thoughts, getting the same results not because they want to, but because they don't realize what's happening. But now you do, and that awareness gives you an advantage, because you can begin to observe your thoughts instead of blindly following them. You can question your beliefs instead of accepting them. You can change your patterns instead of repeating them. And as you do that, something powerful begins to happen. You start to feel different, you start to act different, and eventually you start to live a different life. Because your mind is not just a part of you, it is the foundation of everything you experience. And once you begin to understand it, once you begin to work with it instead of against it, you unlock a level of control that most people never experience. The truth is, your potential is far greater than you've been led to believe. Not because of external circumstances, but because of what already exists inside your mind. And the moment you decide to explore it, to train it, to guide it, is the moment everything begins to change. And if you've made it this far, it means you're not like most people. You're actually trying to understand yourself on a deeper level. So if this video gave you even a new way of thinking, even a small shift in perspective, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because this is just the beginning, and we're going to explore a lot more about the mind, psychology, and the hidden truths that can change your life. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.